So remember how a couple of videos back I told you that you could boss me around and choose the subject of upcoming videos? Well, the responses I got were limited, but I'm gonna attempt to oblige a little bit at least. One response was, keep doing what you're doing, and I'm like, that's not helpful, I was gonna do that anyway. But thanks. And John Cromwell said that they would like to hear more about my writing. So we're going to talk about writing today, a little bit about mine, and a little bit about some more bad writing advice that a lot of people were telling me that they have gotten after my worst writing advice that I have ever taken video. So that's cool. Basically, none of these things would fit in their own video, so I'm plopping them together, because that's what I do. Also, this room is full of kitties. There's a kitty. There's a kitty. I'm covered in cats right now. I can't get rid of them. They will just not leave me alone. So that's a thing. Okay, so let's start with the bad writing advice that other people told me that they have gotten, which has been very unhelpful to them in their writing process. And yeah, I have heard a lot of these pieces of advice too, and for my part I mostly ignored them or scoffed at them because I knew they weren't going to work for me. So it's all what you're told, and it's all what you take to heart, because as you all know, I took the other thing to heart, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go check out my video about the worst writing advice that I ever took. So bad writing advice. First we have, you simply must write every day, whether you want to or not. No, you don't have to. What are you talking about? Unless you are writing for a specific deadline where you have to be done by that time, nothing says that you have to write every day. Nothing says you have to force yourself to write. Here's a big secret, you guys. When I'm not on a deadline, I only write when I feel it. I've cranked out lots of books because I feel like writing a lot, but I don't force myself unless there's an outside something making me write to a deadline. Works fine for me. It could work for you too. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to conform to their writing schedule. If it's working for you and you're getting words on the page and you don't have a looming deadline over your head, then write at whatever speed you darn well please. Second bit of writing advice that all of us have heard, I know we have, is only write what you know. Well, if you're a fantasy kind of writer like me, you see that and you go, I don't know any dragons personally, what the fuck are you talking about? But even so, if you're writing a contemporary novel and you want to include, say, a blind character, and you are not blind, nothing says that you cannot have a blind character. Hell, even they could be your main character. It's just going to take you a little bit more time and a little bit more research. You don't have to be blind, you don't have to have familiarity with blindness going into it. You can find stuff out. And if it's something that you can make up from your head, like not about blindness, but about dragons or something, then make it up! Because you are the author of your story. You don't need to know it personally. You do not have to have experienced every single thing in the world to write about it. That's stupid. Nobody would ever get any writing done. You don't have to have been a prisoner to write about a prisoner. You don't have to have been a pet owner to write about a pet. We don't have to all know it firsthand. And the last piece of writing advice that I hear all the time being thrown about do, don't, is write to your demographic. And I know a lot of people swear that you have to choose your demographic and decide that you're gonna write this book for a certain demographic. And I am in the camp of throw that shit right out the window. Write what you want to write. Write the book that you want to read, and don't worry about your demographic, because they exist and they will read it if they want to, and you don't have to worry about it. If your demographic is huge and there are lots of people in it, that's great. If your demographic is tiny, the people will still find you if they want to read about what you're writing about. It's okay. You don't have to worry when you're starting your book about how you're going to sell your book. Just write your book. Worry about that shit when you're done. But whatever you do, my advice is make the book that you would want to read and you will be happiest with it. Okay, so those are a few more pieces of bad writing advice that I felt like I would share with you. If you have any more bad writing advice that you've been given or stuff that did not work for you, feel free to share it below. Maybe we'll do another one of these videos if I collect enough. But now I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about my writing again. I wanted to share with you today just a weird little frustration that I've been having. I don't expect any of you guys to solve it because most of you guys haven't read my stuff. Although if you want to, give me a shout, we can make that work. Also, links in the doobly-doo to my already published book, which is available for your Kindle. Yeah! But for the book that I am editing right now, which is called Diary of a Demon, that's a working title, I don't know if that's what it's going to stick with, but that's what I got for right now, so that's what we're going to call it. I'm having a problem that I have had a lot with almost universally all of my longer works, and I don't understand why. I am still on a quest to figure out why. Here's my problem. Everyone who reads my books, they love the first 2 chapters. I start strong. I hit the ground running. But then, by chapters 3 and 4, I lose a majority of readers. I've lost so many friends who are reading the book. I've lost beta readers left, right, and sideways, hand over fist. And nobody has been able to give me a clear idea of why. Then you get to chapter 5, and people are once again saying, yeah, you've gotten back to form. This is great. I'm loving it. And hopefully those who have powered through chapters 3 and 4 will now continue to love the rest of the book. But to be honest with you, I have lost so many people at around chapters 3 and 4 that I don't even know if I have the problem later in the book because everybody gives up super early. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, if you saw my book on the shelf and you picked it up, if you didn't know it was mine, if you didn't know me personally that I was a self-published author, if you just found the book and picked it up, I want to know, would you keep reading, or would chapters 3 and 4 really lose you? And if so, why? And please, how can I fix it? Would love to do that. More than anything, especially since people are really enjoying the first 2 chapters and seem to be quite enjoying the following chapters. I don't know. And it's not just this book. I have had this problem with almost everything I've written. Not everything. And I do write a lot of short stories, which obviously don't have this problem. But of my long stories, I lose people early. Not the first few chapters. I always get good review of the first few chapters, and then they taper off. And at first I thought that the whole book was boring them. But now I'm thinking, because I'm getting so much feedback from Diary of a Demon this time, yay, beta readers are sticking around, that it is legitimately just those random 2 chapters early in the book. So much I don't understand going on right now, but I want to fix it. I want to fix it so bad. Because if I can get that, maybe I can get more people to stick with my books. That is a problem that I universally had my entire life. Not only getting people to read, but getting people to stick with my books. Because if they stick with it, they love it. But you can't give up on chapters 3 and 4. And I want to make it so you don't want to give up on chapters 3 and 4. This is a weird problem that I'm having. Not that I expect any of you guys to fix it, I just felt like I would share an author problem that I'm having, because especially here on YouTube, when I look at other authors' stuff, they all seem so confident and they all seem like they have it so figured out. And I want you all to know, I have written a lot of books, not all of them published of course, but I don't got it figured out, and I've been writing for my entire life. There are published authors, acclaimed authors who clearly don't have it figured out. So I just wanted y'all to know that I don't got it figured out. If you don't got it figured out, that's fine too. Feel free to comment below and share frustrations that you're having with your own writing that maybe you don't understand, maybe you do know how to fix but haven't been able to fix yet. Hey, where are you in your writing process? Where are you with your book? Leave a comment below and let me know. If you got a book out there, feel free to link me, not guaranteeing that I'll read it, but I would like to check it out. And if you cannot get enough of my face or the sultry sound of my voice, check me out on the gaming channel Pariah Cast. Links in the doobly-doo if you love me and you love gaming. Anyway, me and these cats, I guess we're just gonna hang out because apparently today I am a crazy cat lady. Sits inside and writes books. I'm okay with it. It's the life that I wanted. It's the life that I chose. Bye.